Hello, Farm Smart Ghana. Inventory. Secrets to beat market prices and build wealth. The market women have inventory. The agents have inventory. Now it's time for farmers to have inventory too. The reason why farming in Ghana as a Ghanaian farmer, I so hard. Na yentinema say the time has changed, but we refuse to change our method of farming. Farming, in the early age, na ye ohawa na ye maame mo if any papa no ne nananom farming. But in this modern age, so when you see principles na ye de build systems na, it's hard. And it's not true say by only working hard and I will be timid again a profit of farming. It's not true say ube farm from the morning to the evening under the whole sun no and a beboa amoy day wetima be ye. No. Yes, farming is good. Yes, farming is hard, but let's build the principles, the systems. A betimi ama yetime grow ye hard work, because hard work with that smart work is almost nothing. In this video, mencheche bibie mu nwie obeti niema bi ase adekro nti a ene niema ye basa. Mesre ani die mu ema ye ko market eko hwehwe prices ekoso ewe so many regional capitals any market mu. Okona Vrongwa Garden X farmer no ediaba market market woman ayi or say agent na ono ba beto Garden X and akwa Accra no ono boni bo bottom ma was mema be 100 Ghana. Garden X ni be duru Accra almost 500 Ghana. Emwa oko Techiman any mamponside ya ebro boto si ho a agent anase ye ka Queen Mothers anase Queen Market for no ekwa omubo opa je ompa me fako. But the moment na a farmer no waso aniema de gu abobo ye mu anase waso gu ni tiri so de abeduru market or the coffee ye bio because all need the one in mabedi. Meaning say or you're forced to sell. But the same market woman and as agent, or funny when the good came the baby drew Accra and as a Kumasi market here. The same product now will cut any a ton for no product no between by times 10 times 8. That's why me person me know and next and then first on the share video but more than so betia query because unwie no ubehun hawa ye farming ayedin e wo Ghana aye ntiase time na change. That's why we need to change our system and the way we farm, because last 3 days I think so enra me post to bibi say society attitude bibi and now say your perception of society no ama yenya bibi a ye dia na say bibia ye according to hard work and only just hard work and nothing else. Today I'm telling you, hard work alone cannot make you rich, cannot make you wealth. So because a sanity obwa hard work with that principles of creating a system or building a system, no, is hard. And until that every time yeah, the who you Ghanaian farmers na yeah na it seems said they lack something. Yes, they don't lack hard work, but they lack the principles now. Here to build the whole system. That's why we are here. Omayen Shasi. So then the first time now, would ever share SOS here? Kindly subscribe video channel no ne subscribe my na share my what you are trying to do, and yet doing a favor to SOS. But we are trying to plant a seed here in the nearby future, a whole Ghanaian, a whole generation can benefit from it. It seems you are wasting your time watching SOS right now. It's not true, because what we are building, will tend to be the generational legacy plant now. A see can any kube anybody a amanguna necessity ye the china ye na nanu dia na ne ye tesu die no na ya me no the same thing and I'm new me in every. And the time will come, you will see. And Rebecca Semekan. That's why I say a group farming now, na me near bread, my so passion. Because me personally, so me be a farmer. Yes. And I know how you feel. I know the pains here. Every farmer, and as a Ghanaian farmer, be an offer. What is the problem? And then me no be me person you address it today. It's not true say Ghanaian farmers are lazy. It's not true say Ghanaians are not interested in farming. And it's not true say everybody want to do the white collar job. It's not true. But the perception a way society montino are turning everything upside down. Because recently, so many platforms are me woman and komo amidi wachire and kutahu ameni nkofo echire, and I have evidence upon evidence how nkofo adua niema na omu feedi omu pese komu feedi Ghana, but omu aye de omu yellow su hope because omu dua niema na wie na omu dia ko market no obi gina ho and o see a friend say market queen. I have nothing against them. I have nothing because almost so be a system and almost use in the market area. But what I want to tell you, say yeah, my coin, I'm a market queen, any agent. I use inventory data to control the whole agriculture system in Ghana now. Any a better crano. Ye be import to dia enuane aba Ghana if you say me no me ni ya bambubu ama ye jai. To the end of this video no me will case study e wo ho a obehu say the American based on a mama yakọ akohwehwe niema nso so for next year 2026 niema me no me no say edua ebeboye. That's why it's important say me no me be follow this inventory no. Lianko number 3. Sa niema we say nyina yade bia ye call remote areas na omoni computer omoni data first na ye twere down ye de bidie na ye twere down ye date of birth nya na ye twere good down me kai baby na ye tie no na me use bidie ni chalk ana na me twere esi ana me kotu sumre enti na se me na mara mko hiesie bi na me tu sumre na mbefia na ba ba twere say this month we say this date we because esi we sum ko tu mre until the day after no na call my day na kwa kutumre and the year after na kwa visit yo sanso pepepe ena Ghana, ye remote areas no ye. And this time no a time be a be say me no me no you use principles. But enye then they bet me either I uncover everything because a process. And as every process be no, you hear time. That's why you need to join, you need to subscribe, you need to follow so that every update be you will not miss it. And there's more to come. There's more to come. Yanko the next four expenses. Obi betime akogye busia adue bro obeko bank obeko obi a wodi sika ema microfinance no akogye busia no de akogye bro afei this year let me tell you there's something heavier going on the you can say when it comes to commodity level now. I'm telling you, it's not easy for the farmers. It's not easy for the farmers. I'm telling you. Because maize, bag of maize, ya horogu wa. Ye change price because ransani aton. Because it's a when timi and train price na oka ayeka. Obre ayegu. Egu. You can't obregu. But the sad thing say you could remote area now, they don't have any chance. Possibility say obubetima hold a bruno till some time, a certain time, because sa brunano and one of Musa eto edi de eto di any die. And one of Mudi dio school fees, and one of the cotonam edi coffee emma yedianum. And yane into September the moment now omode omo food service ebeko marketing. Then the agent, the queen mother, and whoever it is, it determine the price. And it's time to say no. Because farmer, a farmer, nenche say was say yede na ne chi anase ne bre yede ne honam edwanam anase yede enwe ne twene na yebom. And one particular thing a society perception ya ye wo Ghana enuntiama abasa. And I'm telling this because and then me pursue EB. Now me address it to our Deputy Minister of John Dumero. One John His Excellency John Mahama. Because Joy FM e pursue be chere say your food security in Ghana no yade bia a raise risk accord up to 7.4. But that particular thing on there, any numbers in hear me on. I've come to realize that sometimes numbers in me find juma because me try to me go deep beyond the number to understand the reason behind the number. And what I like and say, yana comments in suya baby, me choose until I'm yana debi am say moon commenting video be a be hun SOS o mame because mo comment no eboa me ma bitimi hu eniema ekoso e ma yetimi di niema so hia eba because me pese ye use SOS the yetimi change the market no yetimi change agriculture no and the way ye hu niema e Ghana enye se me di manoka the time will come ye nyina ibenya so for so. And what I was trying to say is me letter am try as a press release na me ye comment bi na ma me share asese me ye because baako ka say that particular data na omodi buy is not true. And I'm say I didn't think it true sana me kasa ho when I'm question say so say obi from so say how can we help, meaning say we have two situations. Baako ese in true. Baako so say how can we help, meaning say you nyina no you need the same perception of Ghana. The Accra, if we say everything is on abundance, because Accra life different, a city life, or rich of fee, and also I'm sorry to say, or Didi, or the type of jorof for Nene Manema the life no different from obia ebi owo asankragwa a life. Okay, so say obi my data say food security is at risk in Ghana, and yes, they or can negative talk, and I say me can say Ghana fee, and I say bisa. We are trying to face the system because so when to me and face problem now, you won't understand the problem. And the fact is say winning problem in chess what yes problem I say. That's why it's here critical thinking sometimes, you know. And what I want to say is say because you're better so because problem is serious. And I can be a farmer and mean how we see any message. Ubetse sasika de akwako yade at the end, you know. Na obi abe general beka de ye eni igusu e kan. Enti me address ade ne kire your president say this problem no any problem of numbers, any problem of say president, no, a problem of we are not aware and we have a bad perception of the situation because say obi living in abundance here his perception situation be a different from the living in lackness or me person use poor because poor no a idea be a any say you use cancer. So the living on lackness and living on survivor no the way of the perception is different. And you know how nipa no can say it's not true no. Well, no a situation no I can bet say Accra and then the life is different. And then they can say how can we help on so no one also Accra but we need how we betime abua ama Ghana and that means say we are living in Ghana president or deputy or minu but we don't know what to do to change the problem, to change the narration, to change the situation. Yet the answer say eduane ne beba table so. And the particular thing I'm say the corners stride and say the market woman no I tell you the same market woman no obekwa sori nyame adoma na day after akode radiase akọbọ afọdeẹ abra farmer na odua niema na woni no the same asọre ho no e sofa ewo enam obede de ode begu aduane so kra ne ne medie the same market woman be akọbọ akọdie danse akọbọ afọdeẹ at the end of the year no say erade ama no anyamfaso bebrebe but the same asọre ho na no there's a farmer or suffer because of say only even obi obeso na sene na wato seed no kra na wadua. Forget about the pricing any require ni bobo. That's why today I'm inviting you inventory is the only way ye betimi a change based on principles on the systems na ya try ya be back from the banana palm oil and so on na oko videos na e wo ho no nyina no be ho no se ye farmer a opeso odua ma chiche inventory ni mu ma yen acronym and ma breaking it down into yen share. The first I know input tracking and I'm the man and I'm recording seeds, fertilizer, labor costs, and so on. What in ye maseno, ye bibia, but ye papa no ye mama no. How say no mesia chromonema? How? It's up to you and me. Na ye be also ye ben won. Now at the end of this video, you understand many things. And you will understand, say, farming, it's not so hard it is. Yeah, who say it's so hard na you won't be piano. It's not true. Yeah, the share you say a hard work in a day, a farming, though. Hard work, but the smart and critical thinking and the way of principles, as a law of nature, and also what I was saying the count. Now, mean to me for one day, and chemu, and until I'm a person who follow now, all like you will now share. Young call the end numbers matter. And day, who share from today going, Mama, make it down, say farming as inventory. Mamin can was in be, and Sanya to us. Mesomama, any diemo, Mistre Mame, ye mame, ye man, call market. Ekobusa, marketing woman for no prices ya, so. And near my bay no here for next year. Into men can't say we don't think about you. And the men can't say you are failing SOS and you use data for nothing and you use your time to build something big, to build something big and that's a great, in here our unity. But unity in church, with the same mind there. But with one accord, and one destination, and one purpose, nothing can beat us. Intiana moves or beat or can and na brofo. Before the Brunini betimenya power, no. Wo ni wunu yantem no. Mo purpose na eda mo mienu ntem ne say. Let's go on. Enti numbers matter, no. Know the cost per acre as a farmer. Know the cost per acre as a farmer. Yield per acre. And men you say bia we a farmer, wako do 2 acres. Also me kodo 2 acres menya 10 bags into meniaje. No. So what me who the cost per acre na wo ye na. Se wo ton waburo na unim price ya also ton no. Because I'm telling you, a bro aka a silo sumo aka maga apataso ai intimi ton no. Awreho. Ene ya ye penny baako baby am ekubi amedwon ye penny baako o de abeto ho o se nanka bro ni bo okosoro e say the aside bafom bio. Could you believe we say what a bro bag baako 400 say what they to ho na what twen na price na kosoro because and also a way of market agribusiness na fe ubeti wani na from 400 na what to no a bro no akoduru 260. They say and I'm 230. It's insane. But we are not talking about something is so difficult to yentiminye. I just metiwana me journals. I just a common principle and code. Matras ya code who mean animal city many city. But unfortunately, it needed time, it needed many factors. And before say many factors in the time, no, everything I day I can share no. The results no are anything. But main ho enka say many factors no enye ready into no main can wasem. I will continue to show up and tell you what is going on about our market in our farming in Ghana. And up to you say also so over like video now be share. Now be the one dance. You are not doing me a favor. You are doing a favor for a whole nation. Let's go to value protection. Don't sell below cost. Use storage credit. All these things, it's so easy to say. I know it's so easy to say. If we say, Obia or war a crano, may or more crown and mutitiro or more remote areas, or no mutitiro more coma. I just say, many almost so. Because what you farming or crown or we different. Yebebaho. Yebeka may mark the bonus and tips for 2026 farming. Because this year, and until said the bones are rotten, 2026, you mark the way of agriculture and the way of living, farming in Ghana, completely, totally. Don't say below cost, enye nyina na yebetimi akipu ye niema. Mr. Joseph a Holland okodo abro odi abro duru market no ni ye brofo no so o decide so be there obekipu ye wo sakma onto so I decide so obekipu ni na bro not said be ya wonya on code like less than the cost of production. But how many of us any what opportunities ye betimi keep your bro, you be keep your farm product? How many? That's the where the problem is. Inti me pamacho mami hu baby ya oye day utie program ni free because me pese me nya contact bia wo every corner in Ghana. Said the beya ye betima useful to any farmer, any voice. Your voice and your comment matter. Ti mami hu angle bia wo kasa free no, utie ye free no. Na yentimi hu na yentimi enye more yetimi nye more helpful to everyone. Enye sika o say tama o asuafo no kono say sika ne dwite de mini bi but already Yesu Kristo dem sorry nante. I'm sorry to say this thing, but I'm telling you, say, don't come and ask me 500,000 say ode kwa ye capital kwa double full. But rather come and ask me, how can I build a system around my farm? How can I set up a principles that will help me create a wealth, a farming? There were so many examples. Medebe and never the person with the tutor. Yanko exist the waiting room. And check. I'm not afraid to say the book will come out. Many of you know when we say recently we pursue the kingdom code. When the book will come out, you understand why matter exists the waiting room. Act now with data, not hope. Say ye mame ya call marketing or call marketing ko busa edie na omuhia edie na ekoso e wo market edie na ebetimi omuhia say ye be produce as a farmers. The answer nyina ne say vegetables, maize, yams, plantains, and all these things in Ghana in here. That's why I say me print promotion say me dey say obiam because say start planting what Ghana need. Yeah, start planting what Ghana need because say o person plant only things ya o person import or export to and another factor. One day we will talk about it. But say what to me a build o niche. Say vegetables na person kwa stay there. And I will help you forget about many things, Let's stay there. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Is this the waiting room, Se wo Accra, na wo ben Accra, na wo ye farmer. Teniema Accra market, e koso na wo benye sika. Ne e master wo. Mama want one, Master wo, se wo ben Accra. Instead of say obekwa dua niema the same thing na a free bogosonia de adeba. Accra living nyina vegetables. Okay, so cabbage, carrot, pineapple, and these things. And my yadi report to anybody, Ushimwa. Your vegetables no me no me ko yemfa ya adwene ma so enso so no ko market ne ko bu surprise ye de bo utrim, and we are still staying there. E dey na menye me what 2 acres 10 acres I don't know how to do ni money there. This obia be can say we could dua bro we twa 10 bags e wo ntiti no so the same bro na episode dua abra nipa no twa 10 bags e wo wenchi no the land na utwa 10 bags no enti se wo land na wo amasaman no enti se wo land wo amasaman ya enkudua buro na wa hope for 10 bags per acre per vegetables be na ye. Let's go to the next side. Many abre because enkofo ede yembre ye ena ye na ye bre so no adabraka yenko acronym na so na yenye yedru n negotiation power me de link ne to wa owo upese oni yedi share onso experience about your farming utimi ba na oni e bekasa me de link ne to by the way send no first time I said MC kana so we share video ya e da sinyame sure so wa click your video so your WhatsApp community I didn't try me talk on WhatsApp community no because I need there one day one post ebetimi amount millions of ideas. YouTube channel SOS every day biano you postu enema wo ho enye video nko your YouTube community wo you postu enema wo ho follow one day ubenya bibia ebetimi break your order. Negotiation power. And this thing, me pacho mumientie ni pa negotiation power. Bargain with facts, not feelings. Mumien you society we say na yem fanchere ye ma menem ye papa no mo ye farming na omo men big cities no. The time has come one. Day or say omo eti ekuo. And what we are trying to say is say ekuo na yemfa say Techiman for ebetie no eye farmers association okay eye eno de atia oko YouTube Facebook wa farmers association atia but the important thing no enye no moye me wo so many farmers association on Facebook but ebi okra na me person me free because who the ade potin no how can say farmers association na ye postu car Toyota you way farmers association must post to say a bro and as a programmer a bema farmer no Ghanaian farmer no adwene ba ne niema so enye ye postu car na ye postu asumesi akodi obi atem ana say me ton me dan so die me pese me ma wote ase ne say negotiation power ni nyina ne say say maame ya call market ye call say onko no SOS din mu wako SOS din mu wakako hu market for no oni o makasa we enye si ayi we enye ade a mede ye dey mede sie wo me pese me ma hu say it's so easy but just the fact is say you don't know how to do it in intino ena ama niema basa maame ya call market no woni omko kasa ye no omo de ideas omo de list omo de guidelines amaye until say minu yaba transit from here to December we have almost 3 months to plan the next year okay to plan the next year crops I was say come how we be planting yema until say ene yenya 10 farmers na omuso mo bedua sunflower by the way sunflower nyame ya domo a next year so sunflower so no yehia farmers ya ombeti omo so say omudua omaburo wi a ombedua sunflower no na yebehia seed no e de ayade eno so no emre na so a me bom nkaye wo land ya prepare no in such a way say ahoden bebem in a sustainable way na se wo pese wo so dua sunflower ni bia wo me asote a behu kwan ya ne obefa so ene enchehyewo bi e wo chire ne ene waka enti se me pese me ma wote ase se wo yo bi a wo ben eastern region se de enia ba akọ Abdul Salam bo se owo nana ya sorry also wo eastern region no na yenya nipa be said wo eastern region no mo farm na ye hye se Eastern region for moon produce carrot, cabbage, and when you will say, are you ready? Your market to ho. No, mummy and omuna, are you ready? No, my ye. Omunya ye ready no mo ya before say a product no be ready no. Ye no ya bargain ni e o market woman order da. Ya bargain ni e no maka ya price dada. Inti ye duru ho a ye ni problem. Because uko one farmer was so obejo 500 but one ton because ye nyina na ye ka bom ye de niam na ba Accra. Inti upa ye price ni open so a ko be fufuro ye beton ye de sell because ye nsro. And the first idea betimi aboy and say how to sustain each other, patronize each other. Sakma edua bayere na ba. Menu bi ne to ye nyabo ayere ebedi. Adenti na yemfre sakma ne musan say maame ma hu se watu bayere na epo na mani je ho pa. Ubetimi achechire ebia 10 yams bi ade ama ama omo de abreme. Yo ne boy say na wo de atum no waje direct from farm to your table. Wunim direct say baby free bano problem be any ho say the year kafa I garam say ho into you free with this thing crown so it me breaki but a negotiation power because you ensure the market woman for no beka ana so mo ka so mo nton so a yensuro say e be gina ho na ya bodon komi na ya ton eniema no e wo mo anim ebe kogu odi se nke se enko kona yeta kan sa semwe yanko the next letter AT timing says and this particular thing and also ya de bia ma ya koye no omo ka kire no omo se duru be bia market no se carrot wa anase vegetables no ne butimi edin ade ntra because that time no ensure ni ho and they say ye nyina as SOS yetimi ege zone your eastern region for your bono for your northern for your way for obia nye we say obia nye we say eduru ho na yenim machines ye here was side ya yenim eniem here was this particular land way ye ko farmers nenim na anase ye ko market women for nenim na anase ye ko ba bia ye be ye ko supply wo na ye ko in together into muntimi embeka bibi omupe ana the sales so a different if we say itama ye niema eba no ye timi time me sales ya ene watermelon ehwa ye dendenden ne boy ye dendenden yanko next level oh organized collectively eno na make no se eburofo akonwo abom eni bremu eni ho ye so eni bre eni ho se me wo 10 acres ya me wo 10 acres me wo 20 acres me wo 20 acres but ye nyina ye gire se ye botan se ye this year ye produce bro e di ama this particular a factory and as this particular lady enti ye produce na eni bre ni ho ye nyina ya ka bom eni ye koye de ye ko bargain ni the price ye wie na ye nyina ya ka bom na ye beji sika enti se ye mai sika ne de dua ye buro na ye dua buro no for say o 10 acres no wo betimi di 2000 Ghana cedis na edua fedua wo 20 acres no je 4000 efedua na wo this thing no eboa as a cope no eboa because you say o kan prayer we ba kwa na ebu ukabom ayede embu record everything no expenses harvest sales and storage you know that this time no I say kakra me ka abma mo a sede so mo hwe enkofo mo ne enkofo ye adwuma na enkofo ni nifie eyema reho se eduru bi a ya na charges no abroso ya na charges na abroso how can say uni obi ye partnership na se partnership no se duantos na se ntosi na se wodua na se 200 ya fa 200 ni dua ntosi no emfa ebi ntoso enkonku dua ntosi na wi a wasa beka che nipa nse ye de 500 ni dua ntosi no ne nipa na sa ba be produce another 300 asama na wi a waje 300 show botom na mfa so ni sa ba wasa ni na sa kwakoche emfa so ama na ekaba nso so de ni se nipa na ono te abrochire no ono nko an ejejereje. I'm not defending anybody, but as a SOS, say nyina yetimi enya that particular thinking, the way of say ye hwe niema bi ye ye niema we obia, because enye se wo first no na nke ye dwene se wo obi owo 100,000 acres ono nkwa na timi disi ye farm ye enye it's not true obetimi de 1 acre ye. Your legacy, inventory-based generational wealth. Moma yehu de yeye. Moma yehu de yeye. Na yem build no in such a way say kube na media ni na from ene assassin me toye esika me ye me every adobe ame do we nyina ni me ready me keep date ni wo. Se wo bi nso na mene ne partnership nso so a mesi tweet se bibia nso no meye dey metra to na mama nipa na ate ase. Because what we are doing, you know, we are not doing something for today. We are doing something for tomorrow. It's so easy to obey distraction about the results of today. Never forget it, the main reason tia wo yes ade, you know. Next one. Example so na me buy no ebi na me dia ba na yes akma de ebura wodua ye wo hwe ne records o keep ye ene ade na okaso o ton se abere ya emu ano enti de na so ye wo so keep but enye ni pa nyina na betimi anya ne sa ebi se nye nyina ene wo possibility se ye betimi anya bi eburo no ye de eburo no besie na ye still na ya sa atwa ye no so because obu ho a won farm no the resource no benya ne eno no sare be prepare next year. That's why America said from here to December you will a match of topic and a match of homework. I repeat, homework I mean see for preparing ourselves to say 2026 farming, you know, it must be different because commodity market, you know, Ghana no ayeka. And that's why I need to know. I was saying so changing a way of farming, you know. Inventory equals to power. Inventory is power. Inventory the best one of the keys here. The build generational wealth when it comes to farming. And yes, inventory no kwa ya dia omo secretariat no nkwa na eye anaso omo financial aspect no kwa na eye. If you remember this one word there inventory now, you will never farm blind again. Join the SOS. Subscribe. Follow ye. WhatsApp community no. Baby a obetime bia no join it. Men joining said the obenya ne. Ma joining say jo nyame adom ochine bi no emfa so a obenya wo mu. Men joining say who subscribe na the mame no old mame who the mame because of say what the mame a YouTube be to me car and access all the things no. I am a but I have to say sometimes, you know, na obi pese o man who say oh your favor. Yeah, who me favor because of say oh subscribe to YouTube. Oh subscribe to SOS. Okay. but favor na wo ye me no enye me na wo ye me favor a whole Ghana and I will subscribe one no because the numbers the numbers here could change the narration enye numbers here could change a individual. Inti me meka say subscribe. No. Even say 500 people and ye share every day bia na ye serious say ye the way of farming, the way of ehuniema, ye best semu na ye will focus say from here to 10 years or 5 years to come no everything must be different now. Even the scripture crack was say akwatafo no omunya day omuka omubu omu se omu beko no omu kono omu sound no any omu decision ni omu intention no it sound like say warriors and as a Charlotte and echo and the chromofo nyina na omu ko omu sokra no omu dwane nso no say be sono me day akwatafo me the link na sa to enche ye be day ye besia na another thing I'm person me know eka efa as a media can say join the movement nyame ya adoma from here to December no mepe se ye behwe enema how we besia programming your farming because se next year opesa wodo a ebe better say from November eko ubehu ade kura opesa woye na ubesha se prepare wo land dada na won train March and I say February and say no akopay apafo se omna mede emedo wafu ni ma because se wo train that time na obia obeba bia no o charge you different but se wo do wafu no December nipa no pesika de akakodi bronyanti no price no different and I would do December and so omo no mu ni hwe nti no omo baba be yama but kodo wafu February ne hwe nipa no be charge you obeba be do kakra bi obaji sika no but ade be chi hu bi hu ni bi senior akọ farms mpache me mo akọ
Just me so na upom
ya me adom bache boko na bache onso
adom awe ya Nyakopo kuro krai mu
de ya me ase
and you made it ama yeshia de pa me church ani e wo platform isu nyina na me cause was say your doors on the platform isu we are over 20 but likes and so half and me say one like it and one like it na wa share event in some be so about share dey because we are really learning some things that make us say enye ha na ebisua na yensua na baby yenim that say depend crowd to farming ho when we used to go to farm those days ye didi ye ma memoni na nanomachi ko afum no all that we do is that afiaso na ya sorry na yekoye mfum yakodua bro aba yakotwa itwa eminya bag say eminya say aha eno an no but instead say you be take proper records accurate inventory no aya na ewo form me na se meka say bi ni hokra enti utimi bisa farmer bi betimi akwako do afu obetwa bi a bro bi a be 50 bags but still at the end of the day na ho kire no nyɛ ne ho kyerɛ ne sɛ bi oyɛ kohwini o anaasɛ bi a ohu ne bra so hwɛ o anaa kristofo no bɛka sɛ bi a ameka ne sɛn sunsun bi na edi n'akyi ɛna ɛyɛ sɛ no that is not it but wɔbɛnya aburo 100 bags obɛnya koko 50 bags ne ho bɛkɔ so akyerɛ no because onim proper records onim expenditure a ɛkɔm onim apafo a ofa omo edura otoya odi boy fertilizer we use here ene if ono one time kurampo na odi ye afuo ni modwuma no wa monetize no eti we say da bia na ne ho kire no ene nti na ye na nam no mo ya say yenko mu ye yanko school nti ne ye bere wo afuo mu yanko ti wo so yanko school ba be bere ti say yen but enya no kre
The wrong
enya no
perception.
kra a wrong perception and edidi mu no because last time we had a building those days farming no was like a punishment to young kwala na yeba me ya umi village ya umi wa unim wasa if you could be Jerusalem wasa kwa ma if you could be Jerusalem me hon ya umi
Wow.
na
Maintain that.
you see maybe I make us say ya umi the first time we who was cocoa tree because I was born in the midst of cocoa farm. That was my father's father. That's my grandfather's cocoa farm. A woman, and you see, they do the farming in huge numbers. Obi wo ebia 10 acres of cocoa farm. Obi wo 15 acres. Obi wo 6 acres. But still, sani pe yomo ho da so chere womo. Obi timiti 60 bags of cocoa a year, 40 bags of cocoa a year, and still an ho chere no. Yenia na da bia ben say na yes ye force so eti ben say omiemia so kakra unya no de ne bana betu abe ne bana betu na Kumasi ne bana so ba ohun say ne papa adwuma na oye na enye papa ku adwuma de ne ne wom na nti ne wato te sebi o se papa no ana maame ne da ache bi no oni ho no ma na afuo no na aka ngurem na ba be da ne fofo ana sa ba be da ne kwaye na fi ye gu agriculture na ewo kuruma na ye fan serious da bia meka eno ne ye backbone as a country Ghana and beyond your backbone the financial economic sustain the economic pillar eno ne agric no but because ye nhunu eso mfa so nti no eya na ye nhunu the income a ewom but say ye na nka ye to ye bo ase ahwe bibia mu a all across unye omom crop farming kwa ye na livestock nyina ye we should take records of it me am here rabbit say minim say rabbit a ye be wo no enne e de ko akosi se obenya 3 months minim feed amount of sikaro do be kom minim say me ye feed ba ko bia si hono mo a 25 kg bia me bo ka do say 25 kg no e wo mu caps do say rabbit ba ko bia me ma no a day me ma no quantity say quantity no me de basika mu a ne boy say it is a me price me rabbit my pricing according to my expenses but don't just be doing it all through we say we as well made the ne boy say no abobo na to honum e ba sha na one kasakran if you get somebody or you're ready for market no be sa question be you find yourself wanting and sandy pano when men you know or may your customer in business your customer and your client you should be able to grow your customer to a client status. First time buyer from you is a customer. Don't let that person stay as a customer status. You need to add value B to your product, a certain product knowledge. No upgrade the customer no to a client status. That client status no on free one sada. So onya be a client every day. When you be one kobeto no boss ya hwen. Anasa o my class obeka chire no kope bi oba bi fa bre no. Obetimi akope bi now de kakra kra to so a so de wetwa ho on question. That is where you build trust, and you can only build trust when you have adequate information, too much knowledge on the product you are giving out. Yena nanu mo munim se sabi samre no munim se aburo ba ko no mo de hye fom no ye de bo beto so ye besisi hu se mekoto aburo seeds no sack pack ni nyina meto na bia 50 Ghana cedis it will move 500 no me say see and maybe about could be 5 pesos and about could be 50 pesos and maybe I bro 500 na ka say na me de wurem enti no ono an say yedua ne saa eno ti na me hu agrek so fa so na just now we can be about the corporation yes forming groups near that no anka the best thing eno pa near there nanka ebe boy. But you see, they are making the difference between young Africans and Abrofono, trust issues. Obi and obi delay, and as obi no be saying, we are not nitrimun tenene one home. Yama ye believe he said, ye. We've made ourselves like, oh, yeah, oh, Ghana need ye, baby need ye. One in a year, the obesity. And today, we will be no big for me association. Ya na nitrimun tenene. Ɛna ɛsɛ bi a nipa a ɛdi nkan ni twa to hɔ mmerɛ bi a atwam ebinum yɛ form association just because sɛ yɛne ankasa yɛbɛnya yɛ interest bi obi frɛ me sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ rabbit farming me ma no mekyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma no nyinaa wieɛ ɛna ɔsite gentleman bi menim no paa mene no nyinaa the same association membɔ ne din ɔsite gentleman no for a previous scandal bi a ɔmakɔm. And the gentleman has made millions out of it. But omuna olidi omudo omugura sa enterprise ni muno, or they are finding themselves wanting. Almost like I come and now, no can say. Meanwhile, on also so I enriching home. And they were abandon sa project now, or the amount for go muno. I could different project mo.
Wow.
So so the only difference between we Africans and the blacks, the whites, is that we have been made to believe that which is not true. We just need to find our true self. Like we have identity problem as Africans. Until we are able to solve that identity problem, some information be saying no, enemy to us. And very, very important. And the last thing I will touch on the capacity, that is the storage. You see, over Sabre, what you are bro, what a bro of Jumbe into price beba form. Also, so since you can't do would na ton of our price now, waboka. So, when you proper and adequate storage and so would you go on so a pram was a boka prenu and to bear the capacity. That is why anka association here nyinaa kan ho abom and even nyinaa betimi aboaboa ho na yɛ storage facility and I akwa rent baby near store yɛ produce no ɛwɔ hɔnom. What I say, enti if we are able to keep the storage, we are able to build up our capacity na yɛtimi store yɛ produce na ɛbɛboa yɛn ama yɛtimi maintain price status. Oye goat, oye cattle, oye poultry, whatever livestock you are doing, whatever part of agri sector that are one, you should be able to build your capacity. Say, the more you can keep. My mindset is that I'm not just doing any other farming. What I am doing, no, obana obeto me price or obetimi ano ato. Untumi a men force such in ato. So I'm always expanding my farm. I'm always expanding. And yes, I'm one to be gum 100 crampuna. That's a minya time me fan market. Men force me home ton abuano less than the price I'm supposed to sell it. Oba then uhu no more so okay then yashi. And guys me ton 100. That's why I'm in 70 because omugum bebre. Next time about 70 na naba. And Tibes a debia now worker. But you'll be putting money in it. You'll be always investing, but you don't see the investment you are making. Why? Because you are rushing. You are in a hurry to make sales. Agric so the family can you agric more in the agric sector. Ukas over 2 million car, but boka bebre. I always say this: farming is not for those who are not serious. Yeah, like people because the farming is not for the poor, but I say farming is not for those who are not serious. If you are not serious, you can't venture into farming because you need to invest and invest, then invest and also keep investing before you start making profit. When you invest and then keep investing, that is when the profits start to come and you will see that indeed I have worked for something. And that is agriculture for you. You always have to take your time and build it slow but sure. Thank you.
Wow. Benin for Pusian for year 22 ena ye hwesabre the show chiremeno no. Senior Aqua Farms ya waka say oye obi ani na ye live video Tuesday ya etwa we ono so ne de ne rabbit farming rabbitry Tuesday o say ne mre ebai ebekirechire bibia e de bonus nyina kan ho minu me no there's one thing particular thing betimi aye ade aboa ono so say empese e be call rabbit farming kroma enen say e be dey at least you best subscribe to Senior Aqua Farms ni YouTube channel no na se no kura no so na yemfa ni video na yene ne ye no na yem postu ewo ye status said e be ya obi fufuro wo na wonye interested kura na obi fufuro be interested na obeba na Senior Aqua enso ama no ideas no ni knowledge no because we are going to in Arabia. I'm afraid to say and now who be den papa market on the wall say yan change your way of living, a way of mindset in your money maybe a bed in papa a better crown in your fishing quan a becker free I one you crying walk around a becker and walk a crown put that and untino Mary train say will be no me one dance say this is what is making me millions and stand why they what could be find your niche and cash crop. Say the senior comment actually, Senior Ako, Yamishra.
I'll just medasi.
Opening.
Yeah, director.
Any deal Mwakwa.
Yeah, ja na the child know what you for it.
Mijina mwane eje also. Yenso so yechi apa so. Ejisi bibi aboko.
Oh, Nyamiadum. Eguso. It's a nice topic and I will raise it, but Senior there's a few a year me rebuking ansana ya to aso. Ye comparison ni any abrofo no. It's not like that because abrofo no so ni omuhuni. Nti no enye say eye before ni enye huni. Abrofo is equally to say say eye nipa suban enye a race. So I just want to make that correction there. Say the entire bibre mu yenji ehuni bebre they say every day bi an ya na compare ehun to abrofo but over abrofo ni mu nsuso a omuso the same issues in the other na compare ehun to them the also wo hwe unu na won na ye no hu say situation na ho na nipa problem na race problem. Okay, all right. That being said, no, right now, no, make us out.
Me bashan.
Okay. Now, but my two new system to number here. Hey, now, let's say any so many problems are. So the idea is a solution to solve problems, So I think that study market women now, right? Okwa you make sure say buy phone you buy him you want toast phone you enkruma phone you say ni I didn't know more market no more ton ade no omo etime yi ohima no mo group o baby a omo ton. That means they know structure. So ultimately if I name free baby now come market be say me buy I me never be see am baba beton. Also ko hu market ni nyina so mo ohima wo ho. Also ko hu ohima no. No dem run ma na say buy for mu na obekọ a. Mo say buy for ni nyina on one side. A blue for one side, a move for one side. So now no ohwe cocoa board for now. First no mu buy na omu structure ma farmers. Enti na obi a odo cocoa bi ad ne cocoa shed ne akowe no waju sika. Okay, so grains no to say bro soybeans atoko ne sa ne maneme ni nyina no. Other intimate models as structure na aban use ye no emma private sector no na yes you use sa model no. Because at the end of the day se ebeye individualistic obi a person ton ne dia, that is where price no intimate gina faako na shifting no ya na you too great, you know, because ekwana me fa so do mefu no enye sa na fa so do mefu ene bi esika me hwe no enye sa na also o hwe se esika no ena condition me wo mu wo ni sa condition ni muti bia me ba yare me ba da ho na wo se me ton ma de na me tiswa me ba be say market no na me ko and so those things are very difficult to control because you need system wo aban mu anase you need system wo ekuro mu a ye timi ema ye share price for products into bia de ne de ejise ne ope. So it will be very difficult for you to control that. The next year me can say brother Felix teaching about mixed crops, mixed farming, and obetimi mix product no so with some livestock ne ebi ankoko and asi bibi kakra de befra onema. So and this all box yourself to one corner say ebi a bro season tino. Once a bro season no one him say we do a bro no say we do a bro it takes time and sign a bro na swam water. At that time na we do a bro na we train say a bro no be nyina we be try we be hata we be pa na we be tu nyina no. And then I'll be to along the line I'll be generate sika because the yesuane the Mr. Obian atray any be braye so nyina say it will say farmers the problem pan the cash flow. Because if you have cash flow, some products need be over the other marketer. Ubetimi store man attrain price you good and no aton because other things are usika. Iti wa bra mi dua nkruma efa ma yi na se anase me meku me wo jene me wo I mean niema you know said okay vegetables fruit near there those things no those products no take longer sebe mature than brune beche and as soybeans na also train now could dry now those things no. You have to practice a way ubenya niema besides main ade awoye. Who farm let's say 2 acres 3 acres now bit me about 1 plot now the and ponchine enwai beguso let's say along the line which be you down back to and asem koko and as I confirm double kroko now be ton now they tell whilst I will train main product now it's equally you know I was say yeah innovating to beat the market because you can and I make I say any cry set price that homa yen into bia the need obi the free central region bano onya the cheaper also the free bia western region we need be share although the price not the be mano although the oba be in the market no akọ you can control the market if there is no rules and marketing it's quite be na the market ayentimi control no who betimi as a farmer betimi nya advantage wo mu. It's then me do me bro and say Minimum say bag 400, then minimum say at the time maybe me akobese 1,000. I'll find other products at the farm brew as that be in my store, you know. And moreover, krano ade outdoor now train be now genu. Unya cash flow all the time. It's every day no. No aba benyeska. Unyeska be blue ni na. Now sa it you know the cycle no be repeating this. I know unya hwere. It you study a farmers say 2 acres no, this one has 5 acres. It's very difficult so to be expanded because they always depend on the time I did not arrive on a year ton a whole person cotton there. I didn't think the yes sir. So we have to find solution to acquire a fast farming. You've been multiple things. At least this cabaret at all time. And there's no season baby. So you have to do the needful. Now for season from January to December, there is a time on all those seasons. And you have to find it. And the line whilst kusia and cook on the kusia more. Unim say I get to a point of the mouse. Into the now, started for okay, so you, the crop farmer, no, you have to do the same thing. In Kumana, 90 days, next started so never bit me a swap for best 4 months. Some 84 months, no, never be a bro. In this 4 months, no, so in Kumana, so we have to find a way to be making cash flow when we are doing farming, and you shouldn't rely solely on one crop and as a one product, because they say if we are 10, nobody can survive on just a mono. We know the actual farmers who US I say when soybeans China force you munji, we know. So we have to come up with it. So that is an idea I mentioned from what we are saying. So there is always a way. So we have to dig for the way, not to make any idea. And my mom for so I'm a boy at all time. That's it.
Obeni, that's fine. I mean, sure. And cannot man can only we, but yeah, they are. And penny for so back at a beam so back as until the no problem. Then I be more as early. Nti ebusuan for send no first and they share SOS here. Subscribe my info into an amount. Just a movement, but for a better future, because we are not planting. We are not just planting. We are planting a seed here. A big creative generational wealth for you, for me, and for everybody. And subscribe and like video and share. Don't think about particular say who do favor for somebody and I say Kwame Nkrumah says so ye dwumadi no wa nye dwumadi so ye dwumadi na manefie wo bi nya wo ye. That's it. Ye be efre ye nua ye pani engineer Pamford na ono so e de ne die the way osi hu niema enso abre senior Pamford.
Yes,
Ebusu pani mbacha mo akwa ba.
so.
Jishe bibia boko.
Yankopon dom. Bibia boko. Vichia Mr. Felix ne. Ofameno Jadu ne. SOS Etifu nyina. Vichia ubia.
Ubia joso. Ejina mo na mo ejoso.
Masi. Nenchira de bia mo de brai. Na ofameno kasana. Okansembi. Ya eyesi hu. Hwe. No kwasimo ne se adeɛ biara nipa oyɛ no sɛ wɔnhu source baabi adeɛ ne free a obrɛ ɛno nti na wɔka Bible mu asɛm bi Bible ɛka asɛm bi sɛ monkae tete atempɔn baabi a ɔkwampa no ɛda no na momfa so na mobɛnya ahome ayɛdɛ ama mo kra mehu sɛ me maame ne me papa ɛdɔ aburo gyina so tutu da first na aburo ba wobɛhu sɛ bi deɛ omu tutu ne mu no na once na boss ne ade ma hu se ma me ne papa ye bi da na hu bi da na oba agriculture sector and then the wo kan dia me the business and economical aspect abeka ho ye wo the indigenous knowledge and na ye pan your experience as a farmer and then a tosso and then the science aspect of so we do ebeba no edi ho and then the wo kan business and economics and so I dey ababa kan ho na ema me ma me ne me papa omun tutu o maburu mono time onkofu tutu o modi na me kai se aburu on se etasela ekensem a egu ade so a ema ne to adada enioma ne bi o create me yet se di ekun especially se nsuo nto enhohoro that pouring greens ne free ade no so a ti ma me ne papa bi du abu epensem within a week or two na saa pensem ye no aprogo awie no na wode mako afase nti da bia omo mako bosumi dum ene na omo mako ba samri ya ti was started na samri yenkosi December January nyina February nyina na wo mako a wo ye de oteso nti obeti no kakra ne ye kwa no oti nkontomri oti mako ne ade no wode ko market yesua asade ne free omo na yase me ye makofu but akwanya nam so ma ni beji makofu ye mpapa starting mako first one price bebu ye free 150 cedis e buy ya 15 cedis ana mpapa che metena ase no se kofi mako etisei do time say ya hwewe en leader e ba bisine me ma me wa befu ene na wajai first no say oya abebibu pa obun se watoto nkofo de aka ne de ho na yitimi tu kwan kwa chirichiri nyina akotobi in fact yen akora ba bitutu ewia na wode ayenwo na that time no kipu wo no ono nso so ne ngo de wo chisu si ho se ya betimi abasango no betimi se obe 6 months obebie so ne nai enwo na ndai na te se de etia time abeho aye din ya enwo ni ho no saa time no na oyi ne ngo na pie na oto. Oh, the woman was very business oriented. Na ekuafo na toda ade bia ya opese okodua bia na ese usua ade no na nhu sene ade ne te ansana obekum wakum wahu enioma eye advantages and disadvantages ade na wo kwa akoyi ni senior sesi am na okasai makona last time na ye di hon komo no aso ya ebebre but makobuo ayefo sisi a o market se wujai makono se makono emre a obete na buo fofofo and once a eguso a ebre no ewo hormonal change there is no way se makono betimi asododo samre nsunsu to nti what do I need to do ese me make sure say bunu ni nyina be free so na so ada ho nti wogina ho na plant ne yemono no oni any other option say so no obeso nti obeso a omo bete omo de no ebo na enye na tuagu a so me du ba ko na nsuo na eti at that time omo na breye nti stress ba na so a omo mako na ho den kofom sabre na wo de nso start ebre ensa wo de na start ebre a time omo de ne beko no enkosi January February nyina no na wo da so obi a wo ye dey wo tie and that time no omo na ye dey atiagu enti there was so many strategies a eyesa akuafo no yen ye hwe na ye hu na ye de nuoma gu akwan this year enu akodwosafo dua bro se amumu so bro price on ya de o sere omo se dua bi kra ma samre kra eyaba emsa abakra o start ya pan for the way ni ye kan ya iduru ba bi bro no ba ya na msekodwo pan ne mu no na opan ne mu no opan ye neska wo no necessary se chenchena chese wo de gu ho emani dwan ansa ni nyina ye di ne yedie enti wo de ye ne se ekwan nam so ade no obema yato ade no no watimi anya wo sika no saa kwan na esa ofa so nti ye chinchina atwan se mani ndwan na anya dai engu ho afei nso oba market asem ana wo Kenya you will be a friend say demand and supply me business nti economics kakra yemfa nwuram sa demand and supply no e normal say abri bia supply be exceed demand no we then the price will fall enti se nese ade bi wona hu se bia price no e ba for mo e man nyonwa e supply no e na exceed demand me ka say supply na nyoma dodo aya e ko market no ho asem na America and the demand no so ye nyoma dodo a na commodity dodo a ye hia enti se koba se de ye hia no de mode ba market no bedo so chen de ye hia ene ebo no mum ne ye be de better so because obi apese oton ne de ekọ enti it is about time say young farmers na you started that movement because no government is thinking about farmers no matter the slogan they will say no matter anyoma adoko aye omobeka ye mpanimfo no obi ani ho dwene farmers ho although mu bi ye bi ba omo ba bi omo ton omo nyoma so etwa se ye dwen ho se de ofamanu kan se gwadifo ma na timi atena se a structure na dwomni ba na ono nkodua de no no wo dwom hema na abaye hema edi ntina yen akuafo no yeni baye hene ana abaye hema ho so that they will negotiate with them na ye de nyoma ye dey egu akwan mu enti it is about time say a wake up call ye nyina ye ndwen ho na ye hu kwampa ye be fa so ye ne nuanom bi start that movement no say ye performers at least e be a district bi etwinya farmers 10 as executives e dey almost start here we are afei na ye call rounds farmers or district ni munti district by district region by region we are yen ye the grievance e kwa aban nanim se fiti na de krobo de kilo e say ne ton no nti we adwade ni ba woni scale wontimi ntobi ye ma aban no momu nya nhyehyɛ ma ye ne ye nhyehyɛ de akɔsisi sei ekwan sei ye be fa so a ye be ton no ma nti it is about time say ye akuafo ni ka say ye dwen ye ho ni ye dwen ye welfare because na ma ye adwuma na ye ma na dwane agya ye ho akɔtena krom because de omo ye no ye hu ne se so aba papa bia me papa ye koko farmer me papa o koko fu pa isi so me ba na mu se koko fu me papa ya ba still de tia na tie nti koko fu no me manfa mu onkodim na me ka kire nsa papa koko fu ni ade ya o ye no se koko no be mu adwuma ye no de obetimi me fa koko no me ya hwe cause abranti a mesi so afi na me bobom brada ben na me be hyemurum abedo koko amana ba na e ba ya be kire me price ayepe and lo and behold me 1 acre 2 acres sika me nya no so within 6 months no ye ma ono afi mfie me no kro no nya mfiri no koko ofuo no so until it's about time say ye de nyoma egu akwan we eye wake up call e de ma ye nyina ye ndwen ho na ye mpere poma sibre ye da wase
yo senior Pamford ne akasa no ne Pamford no so ayo obi a wa woni no msere be me nyina yini no so kuye no de odi mu tutenenti ono so opa platform a o chere practicals ewo the platform no so any din pepe Prince Pamford ko ho a o subscribe mana on so betime sua bebe every idea boa de wo ye nso enye just to support just to learn what somebody have to tell you and as already or what the mawo ti sa na sitie obeni
That's the writer.
Em say enema bi ntie bi ye che wosunti no ye de bebe bi but na pese me busu asemba ko to say to you omo wo sa remote areas na omo ni possibility so mbetimi store sani man say grains here they say by force also more at the eton as a lower cost near the price DN yebetimi aye as in yes so yabetini me best ndin yebetimi aye de aboa omo ye ti Accra ye ti Kumasi ye ti tema ye ti center yi sa niema nkro ni abrochenya de edin yebetimi aye asa message yebetimi aba akodru omo remote area na omo hear this particular message in pacho.
Well, I think that Mr. Obenta can say right now, no, there is no such thing as ekura. Because one way or the other, no, any part of Ghana, there is either a mobile phone, and I say any friends a community center back on maybe we announcements, no.
Communication center
Communication center.
Me basically lose me organa a class na me pay because that's where farmers. The only thing I say we have to be able to do a NEMA what results. Now a no better amomo who say is doable. Oh, exactly what Pamford said is say my bro. Yet to two bro and no bro. It's a man for free chrome beto omo pe bro no makono. Also won ton ma na wo twen say bro no be wo no wa dry no tutu no akoton. Ba ye de koye dokunu ni banku ni akwele ni ade. Enye the same ni nyina nye bro na ye di. Nti o ton no fresh and as o twen ma ni letter part na o ton ya. What difference does it make? Ya na tete no I think say tete no yes, a do bro, metwa bag do no man, na pride. So, and I excited to me the harvest a warrior. All these things, you know, it will deep down some of the farmers, no, a show my dream. You know, I then one time we brought on we chat on udo ye koshini. Ukunkrasi hona omuka kasafon pa, you know, uni abotra you be a you know. So we have to educate them a lot. There are certain things I would call crackers or mundi and Becca say now we they see how they say. So the mindset and the education that have to go down there no bigger than the chrome. Yeah, and American say you're exposed to but to be one village who's in see also the obetimi ahwe obi me guys omo villager omo have omo phone they have omo 2 units and you record no more so they can watch it. The only thing that we have to send it mindset ni it is all being that could teachers in villages, you know. We have to send this type of educations into the villages for them to get because omu no here no more. No here anymore because me call nipa no practice you already me call easy mommy. So we have to find a way yede enema bebre yesua and you know you care about how still am for the sheefu am for the bunro because my omo dro omo ntiase say no na be konam say there be afafa na moduan pese mo dey aso ene mo nsa na titimu mo bia am fedro bia ngu mfimfi it's still and omunye old omo young man and imagine the way you know no say ni ahoden how the bit obefa by day no obebo so education there we have a lot to do farmers ni say here o baby emu me ko bi any one farmers here o $1 billion corporation of America has it soybeans keke billions. China can so on to be amount for. So farming aspect be in preco in tree. You say you know it. The farmers equipment is expensive than most equipment I'll be used to. Now we scan away. You see somebody at 10 acres, so now the farm worth about $10 million or $20 million. Yeah. Land the name so, but the way out or tears here. And the last year can farming a science. Be beer of farming, unim science, unim business. You know, all these things are farming. Unim inside politics of farming. But everything is embedded in farming. Be anywhere in France as so. So you know we additional there. There were additional, and we privilege say I say, you know, we invite a man for farming nibi no mutim betre practically for people to follow. If only say we follow, because information now the man so many places you won't get it. You know, you won't get it. A theory about no matter no. It's so easy. You just follow and you can do it. You know, I think the education and also they call a mouthful. That is my saint.
Wow. Obene, I mean, sure.
Yes, sir.
We have me kai mo se nyame adu a ebi mo afre no 30 December, ebi mo so frɛ no bronya, ebi mo so say so many names. But the important thing is say wo nkum akoko a obekuma ponche. And a ponche no misamenu efie na we dey. E also kobo ago. Nti no mon prepare na eduru ho na wo kum no na wo de eja do ba, because eja do na ejeje you know correction no. Nti wo koje aponchi menu we Mr. Menu na waje ne baba akwa ma ye na eja de aye sraha. Nti mo amu hia ponchi no Mr. Menu ho mo de answer mo be hwehwe ne kira kwan oba mbesi mi so a kwan da wo se obenya Mr. Menu number na wakona wakoje wa ponchi de no ode na akosen fie na yame adom a Christmas yi wa mabusuafo so ani age all works and all pray no sa anso na wonka se de bia be digere bronya de o se wotimi chere kakra. Yeah, change with mindset, but it's okay. Ejedu Obeni.
Yes, sir.
Obeni yemo kwaba.
Ayania.
Pacha boko de.
Be a boko, be nya boko.
Aya. Mpacho why can ready, because enuanum bekwa kotom ponchin wo Mr. Menu na mbesenka nyame ade no mo kwa ponchin ne ma no mudi akiri na ye de kenten eje wo ma befi.
Wona wo pem ponchin ma me de ponchin ma de matrasa level no. Ya pena ma wi abudo pe ma za ponchin ba. Oh, bi o ta ponchin ba oburo nya breda.
So mo koto mo ma me ne mo papa no na mba na nkito ni di akiri
na
no.
wo kaze wo fa menu be ma na ponchin ba di obi di achi apo. Aponche ba no ya budget amano for next season. O si enfa aponche ba nka ho.
Ehutu abuba o de oba.
O de eja no ho nim de oka. Nim de ho ho mka kira safo.
Ayeka. Yo, Obeni inventory your farming for omo chire omo. Recent and the no message about and say Bruno yes sanke e kosoro a na ese engofo ahya sesere afei de kwa de say ko enema bibirbe garden yes ye todo one ye agent for no man 120 110 ewo na vrongwa normally abakra na mabaje almost 500. Transportation just about me prices no wa. Ohwe a ensie ni eye nti una wa 190 Ghana the whole capital region ni nkro bebrebe 190 so akama. A day na uhu se aka ewo se SOS betima yafa ho me pa chew.
Me da say am say the SOS betimi ya na de woye untimi nye emboro de woye no. Information is key in every successful business. And we hear information, we hear data, and data and information in a platform where so now check free. There will be an anti-air transportation. There will be the experience. What build it with the capital, the investment. You know, have a chain free and. Beside the offer menu kind, I mean, baby, I'll be quite information way. Baby, baby, no. Utia scans and wenya. Nice information need free amount for book. I just said wakono wakopem no who say na ehun here. The tiani say or minor ye timuno any your system na ye running no. Apart from cocoa any abia gold. And some few things are buying no regulated price. You know. The Accra yet agricultural commodities, you know, and yet regulated. Will be a set price. Na cocoa price, you know, and you're buying in a regulated, a bruni in a regulated at the manner because a buying in shed and need a candia or they done it than a cocoa nanny. And untino a ye will be netty baby. The ono India and no buy no the children bo. The same thing na kwa ye no buy no. And no buy na ye one kuyani na ono dua buy no. Edwomuni ba no ne children no said the ono beto buy na fa. Enti edu baby a na beye abamubu enti kuyani no kra ne se ne mafu eno na ama nipa ne bebre no du omunfu ne ye galamsey no. Because ofele se galamsey ni ne ba sika galamsey ni de be manu no wadua no baye na afi anamfie be enum ni onya se sika botini ni bida iti obi be boss sika ne mana na se na adwene na ma ode kwa akoye ye ken ya e wo platform yi so yi ye ko business no mu a the same thing yenso ye de bedi nkrofo yesu because obi a pemfa so boom enti no Ghana national baako secret national pledge baako ye se obi a si obi agimi obi a pe obi abu no kwase a eno na hyehyɛ ye ho ye nama ye plaque kita ye no no minyawa mebu usu nyame ana de odi awo me emwa ewo kwan bebre so efise eno na ma ye wo post harvest losses bebre no. Now we can say a Kuriana say no muntimi and store greens and ya no correct. It me store greens, it me store bro. Emma need to be 2-3 years. Ewa pataso. And sunny year to 2. There was said the yano. Emma and moi enkum. Ni 2 you try bro na ye walk. And habaya ye yam ye de bro na no abubum. Ye share bro na. Ye do baby a omo de nso and a petin so. Bayere ye tu bayere na ye si apa emano ni achichere bayere no ewa apa no ho ni ya de yabo apata ewo so abehye ho sa bayere ne betimi ahye sa apa no mu ana putuo no mu akosi se afi foforo beba ni ya dua sa bayere no. Inti ya so many ways said you know wo fa manu kano abromu no ye topa inti ade na wo twan yama aburo na wo wa abra aburo mu no betumi atwa ne ntem na wasen yɛdua ade foforɔ because aburo mu no ba na wotwa wɔ aburo mu no na wobɛtumi adua beans ɛwɔ saa nnua naa ho wagye sika no aburo ne sika no na wadua beans no bɛma asase no anya ahoɔden foforɔ wobɛsan yɛnya another crop ansa na afe no bɛso a na aburo ne season no bɛso no na wo beans no nso no ɛyɛ aso nti nsuo ne ntwa no na awia ne bɔ no na beans no aso na ɛde wo na wote ɛsɛ sɛ yɛn yɛ device those strategies no ɛnyɛ sɛ da biara no yɛhwɛ sɛ na mekɔyɛ na ɛsɛyɛ na mekɔyɛ na ɛsɛyɛ na hwan na nkɔyɛ na ɛnsɛyɛ na ɔno mfa experience bɛkasa nkyerɛ wo meyɛ a mebisa sɛ wowɔ see wowɔ kɔyɛ na sɛ ɛsɛyɛ a na wowabɔ ka meboa na hwan na ɔnkɔyɛ na ɔno mmɔ ka na bɛfa ne experience no na wofa bɔ wo bra. There is always a first time in something. Nti wo first time no deɛ wɔ he nneɛma no bi wɔ hɔ a ɛwɔ sɛ wosɔhwɛ bayerɛ mu no ɛba a wotumi pɔn wo bayerɛ ntɛm a na wotu ne ntɛm a wotumi nya good price bayerɛ mu no hyɛ aseɛ no nti no anka wodua mo nyinaa mu dua no pɛpɛɛpɛ na adɛn na wondua wo deɛ ntɛm kakra sɛdeɛ wo deɛ no bɛtumi aba ntɛm wo experimente ne nkakra na wohwɛ nti bosome na yɛn nyinaa yɛdua yɛn nyinaa yɛdɔ yɛn nyinaa tumi twɛn na afe na so sɛdeɛ na woka ahyɛ aseɛ no edu adɔ mmerɛ a ne yɛn nyinaa yɛakɔgyina mu sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛkɔdɔ yɛn nyinaa nso yɛpɛ baideefoɔ nso yɛ nipa kakraa bi nti bohu sɛ baideefoɔ no nso no ɔmo atom nti baideeni ne to no buo mu a because of demand no yɛ high no baideeni ne tumi ka kyerɛ sɛ anka normally na yɛ 30 cedis ba sisi a mɛgye 50 wopa atua wopa mentua obi foforɔ bɛba nti sɛ nka wotwe w'adɔ no baa anim kakra nka bronya yi bɛba no anka wow'adɔ because obi a pesika kɔdi bronya saa time no de adwuma ni hɔ obi a mfrɛ obi a nti ne wofrɛ nipa no de ne ba ɔbɛyi ne yam no wayɛ adwuma no wagye ne sika de akɔdi bronya yɛnni bronya ne wie na amanfoɔ nyinaa kɔ compete akɔdɔ na wayɛ wafu awie wadɔ nti saa time no sɛ wanhye koraa na ewura na wodɔ first no aporo asase na nya ahoɔden nti wotwitwa mu kakra bi gu so a wawie woyɛ wafuo but yɛn nyinaa no yɛtwɛn nti yɛn nyinaa yɛtu bayerɛ bom yɛn nyinaa yɛtu a yɛtwa aburo pɛpɛɛpɛ yɛn nyinaa bankye na yɛn nyinaa yɛyɛ ne yɛtu no pɛpɛɛpɛ na abɛbu wɔ market price no kɔ fam a na wobile mu hwan dollar so te deɛ a na ɛyɛ wo dɛ na aburo so te a na mu so
Ofedu boga for any ubenya asemu.
Dabi sɛ dollar so te a na ɛyɛ wo dɛ na aburo so te ba fam deɛ a ɛno deɛ yɛsu dabi ɛni si yɛsu
sɛ bankura no wonte ne bo so ana
bankura
bi
nte ne
wonte
bo
ne kɛse so
sɛ me nso manka nkyerɛ sɛ aburo no baayɛ no fa kɔsie ɛbaayɛ na price wɔ mu no price no wotɔ aburo no sɛ wotɔ atɔn na wotɔ aburo no 400 na aburo no tumi pagya kɔdu 450 adufudeɛ enti wo sɛ wotwɛn ama no du 500 woandwene sɛ ɛso bɛtumi ate profit kakra na wanya no tɔn na gye wo sika na atɔfoɔ wɔ sɛ wontɔn na ɛnɛ nyame ayɛ madom na ate abɛdu 300 a metwɛn ama no du 200 no mahyɛ ase atotɔ bi nti wo nso a wowɔ market no ma wokita sika a wopɛ sɛ wotɔ no saa bere na ɛso te no saa bere na ɛyɛ proper opportunity for you to buy nti wo a woyɛ poultry farmer ɛnɛ aburo no boɔ na ɛkɔ fam tobi na yɛwo feed tobi na store for gu hɔ because yɛkɔ bronya mu yi obi nim deɛ ɛbɛsi ɛbɛtumi price no bɛtumi asan agyampo saa time no na sɛ wotɔ bɛyɛ 200-300 bucks egu hɔ a wode saa deɛ no ɛba bɛyɛ nkosua boɔ hwutu kɔ soro wɔ bronya mu nkokɔ boɔ hwutu kɔ soro a wo no because sɛ wode less feed cost and a produce no or profit margin yɛ high and no nana Charles can say these are all numbers, these are all things that a record keeping keep records, I'll be to me who balance sheet in what we say. At the end of from last year, me dear Bruce in a year, this year, me dear Bruce in into Ukrano, a do out to me more customers and no clients and to me more discount. Say, in Kusia, you know, 50 CDs per crate a wook room, but one no, me no why you might change, mammy, 48. Now with your hooky or customers, no. Now with your hooky or client, now with their boost to numbers, now, as I say, pushy a carbon. So, winning, you know, a calculation, a addition, a experiences, and a year check. Would dear woman, fa year juma, a beboa. Because any money dear dorsal, but yen nyinaa no yɛntumi ndua adeɛ baako at the same time ne yɛmpɛ sɛ yen nyinaa no yɛbɛnya good price daabi ɛbɛbu nti no wo hwɛ wo deɛ no na yɛbɛyɛ unique so obi adua main season ma wo dua off season experiment biribi wowɔ 5 acres menka sɛ kɔdua no nyinaa fa half acre na ɛno nyɛ wo experimental farm na fa experiment nneɛma no a wopɛ sɛ woyɛ no change timelines no na hwɛ sɛ deɛ nneɛma no bɛbehave Pamford wɔ experience ɛnyɛ sɛ ɔtena classroom no suaeɛ because practically on the field no every day he is experimenting and researching on different things on small parcels of land nti ɔbuildi no ohu pattern na ɔsɛ nneɛma membie mu mfa saa level wei ma memfa saa deɛ wei fa nneɛma toto akoa mu ɔvamanu ne wo ka mpɔnkye ho asɛm a ɔbɛka sɛ like nyankopɔn bɔ apɔnkye na ogyina hɔ bi because wasua passion no wɔ hɔ ɛna wasua ɛna wa experiment nneɛma nti ɔka nsɛm no kyerɛ wɔ ɛte sɛ deɛ wɔne wɔfamanu kasa ɛwɔ mmoa yɛn ho a ɛte sɛ deɛ wowɔ mental picture asɛ adeɛ no ɔka no wogyina mu ɛna ɔkyerɛ wɔ adeɛ no wɔn nso no woyɛ farmer yɛ wode to wo ho ane number of experience a wowɔ number of bags a wowɔ ebisa wo sɛ wo bag no ɛkɔsto wo sɛn na wode produce abro 1 bag a wonnim 1 acre no sika sɛn na wode produce 1 acre na wonnim take your time na hyɛ aseɛ twerɛ nneɛma nkakra wosoma wo worker na ɔkɔ akɔtɔ feed ne seed ɛde aba no saa sika ne nyinaa wode ma no transportation no deɛ ɔde bɛdidi ne nyinaa kɔ into operational cost twerɛ saa nneɛma ne nyinaa at the end of the day wotɔn nkosua no na sika ne ba na wotete nneɛma ne firi mu na wotɔn nkokɔ no to spend chicken no nyinaa ne wie na layers no nyinaa firi mu na wotu nkokɔ bi no so atɔn wotɔn ne nyinaa wokeka sika bi a ɛba yɛ bom na waka sika bi a wo spend yɛ wote firi mu na wahwɛ sɛ wo advent yadeɛ no a woyɛ no mfasoɔ wɔ mu anaasɛ ɛka wɔ mu wode nkosua 1 crate de kyɛ Charles sɛ wabɛsra wo farm a kɔna kɔtwerɛ kosua na wode ma no ne boɔ ɛnyɛ free sɛ wode ama ne free nti free saa ɛyɛ adeɛ free operations no mu na ɛkɔ o title no offering na woyi free nkosua sika na wotɔn no the week no mu no saa title no offering no ɛka wo expenses ho tworo ka ho ɛyɛ sɛ loopholes no dɔɔso yɛ pɔnkye holes wɔ yɛ nneɛma ho ewie a na anko yi a ne yɛde yɛni ɛkɔsua obi so obi na ɔyɛ yɛn the next door farmer ɛna wakɔgye nneɛma abɛhyɛ ma afuom nti na ne deɛ no ɛbu mu a medie mbu mu wagya wo deɛ na masrɛ wonim sɛ ɛsrɛ nso ɛman ne nutrients no nti wo deɛ wonhyɛ da ndom ɔno ɔte ne deɛ mu da biara sɛ akoa wei deɛ ɔnsom nyame kɔhyia da korɔ ɔkɔ afuom na ne nnɔbaeɛ no ɛbɛbu mi wie a na wabɛka kyerɛ m sɛ wakɔgye dwudwu de abɛhyɛ wo deɛ mu ɛyɛ akwadworɔ na ɛyɛ wo sesa w'adwene na sesa wo strategy nneɛma no bɛsesa na memfa ntwere ha no mantra ahyeɛ meda ase
Ofadu, maybe over Charles Fatcheme. Ofadu, I can't say be. When you say last year, you do a neoma. You took Konya by a neoma, say, but after the clear observation, one time observing and say, wow, have you a fatu trim? We a cuckoo farmer. Now could chow cuckoo gua. Mame advice you said that year no in dua asase ne so hwee, but make sure say cocoa no be kum ni news ni na yeah was asase so ni nyina, because that time no
Zababo.
Koko for na agene line.
na cocoa ni hini no da so ye mono wa dey free da so man nutrient free asase ni mu. Nti why cocoa farmer bia ukotwa cocoa na ukoto asase cocoa wo so ukotwa gu that year no ubedua bibia de fabro bi sisisi mu akoma akwa no so ma untimi treat asase ni yi. Nti e better say opa ndua hwe na hwe asase ni yi a year after ansa na obeyi bibia waye enye sa obeboka medase.
Yo, yeah, that's in it. Also, the ODA Abacan, we so you can say nugget. I was for a jedu na casano, a jedu or the Mr. Ferris, or match agriculture tools, me nubia, a book, and your book, too. We say sustainable agriculture farming practices, anyhow to succeed or how to farm. Obetimi successful Ghana, that banking system in it. Presidential ni nema no that means you also could read the book no nti oko SOS ya Mr. share link no recently come share link no I think say last week ti mo hwehwe kira kwan obepusa me so a me de be mam na senior Dazi interested in sunflower senior Dazi yambotre mame yeguso a ye ho nema no emre no duru ho a the be ho live video na fe ye de atojo na ya fe ya gidi no ne niam no ye ho omo my ready say betimi adia na ye de niam no so manipa ehia no na ono so e de ne niam na ya Eastern region ho no bo modian say nyame adum a obetimi am enya informations na enya contact na fe na yetimi adi nkoma fa ho so obibini say how other successful countries doing it, just learn from them. It's true. Obibini, if we are looking to make money, can we export soap? Okay. Obini, problem is say adeba kwa mehun say ye chrome na nkasa no. Say ye be YouTube na say hu numbers bia because sometimes ye the numbers na ye title. Inti hu sa numbers na ma ye nia brese pese de ye make sa de ni bi. But even say when timi anya dia a exportation kwana say who produce no yie now follow all the principles also follow na you can make it. And you say you can easy so baby because that particular thing that will produce from Ghana here more than that. Into one coin alone no the will produce is not enough. And it is the same sikana so who how obesi apran niema it is the same sikana. Enti yeah, by the time we come one, SOS nyina ye kan ho bom na sie produce a ye de dia kan be kwa brochire. Ene is true. Ene e beduro bi ene e be supply o moduane. Ye ne be determine market no price ni dia. But you see no, ye nhwe na ye supply nkofo na e kom no ya abadodo 7.4 of a insecurity too much. Okay, senior Felix aba. Ye be ma senior Felix akasa na afọ ye nhwe se ye de be si anase senior Felix atiko. Okay. Opening Mizameno.
What's it go?
Yeah, mpacho Mr. Felix atiko. Ntino Mr. Ye mfansi ansana before say 2 hours nukura answer na. Ntino wo remember meja ma ona wo bibi kakra bi as a short bi na wa address ya ma na.
Me the mechanic say the papa mu ne ye pe for your mind na ye dwen ye mind ho so yes ye dwen ye botom na ye di ye things that osikani bia ni wa otena sema ye be fa na goodie free na sase so you the ye kan ha ni adesua nyina no ne papa emu na ye pe say business I woman when it comes to agriculture now. The person be a DU. You know, Nimdia Benina is to help you, senior, who be DU. Not that to be, you know, bet me Japadiama, money, nanano. And you know, Yabaha, and yes, be a Yakako Bibi and I see in the air casha would there be. Yinina, Yapesi idea, but it has to be a collective unit. Yinina, Yakon, Yapesi, Yakubum. And yes, will be decaying, the information, the best share one as the best. It's in the action, and use Uba saying, now would be also with the child. If you, nobody have all the right answers. If you are the American, maybe feel to be a mitrimuna, the Pan American. The visual also now doing one who said, and some phone, you know, just bring your opinion. Then you know, I enjoy when you have your client before so the best of issue affecting any farmers in Nana and the year. Me do be asked, say, obeti. Thank you, Charles.
I was here in the short time because me share comment be about CIA. It's my first time joining and seeing SOS. I will subscribe and keep listening. I'm about to start my poultry farm in the Eastern region and will be glad to receive any guidance. Yeah, senior, Mwakwaba, need you more. The Yamias say, wow, best what chance on this video now would to me follow your instinct, say, because sometimes nobody home video, but yeah, and I be a title, the Bema or the Astop and what you so better. And that's Yamishrao. You are on the right channel, and you say on the right channel, say, be a account boost you. When you are ready, be na information be here, be your expertise or on betimi abwa ama yetimi ama information be about poultry farm starting from the A to Z. And say they're not open no. First of all, your videos on so ya for poultry farm home. Yeah, home a debate craft for broilers and layers, you know. Enjoy yourself. Na keep contact, you know. Me the email no to celebrate ya obi hu. Na if you work on na fe be information be here for how to set up your poultry farm, you know. E beti me abwa ma waseti because eno na ye refe. Eno na ye refe. Your expect so wa obeboa free ama free. Yeah, because any GMO. Nti edase. Opening senior German, go the baby, but I'm say yenya opening be also so percent on yedin komo. Senior German, your comment and matters, you know, your comment matters in tin bacho utimikasa. Hello, Mr. German. Hello, Mr. German, bacho utimika.
Pacho, Otenenka.
Yeah, bacho mete. A democrat.
Okay, we the Mechia Penny for Nina. And I am the first time I may show you so. Now, I mean, I'm sure BBC here about poultry, no?
Okay.
And
Okay.
now, Menya Asasi or Eastern region, Adesu area.
Okay.
Maybe me be that. And you know, my sister, I'm reading videos, the radio. Menya see structures not yet. The way the message will be, I'll bet me up one me be any budget. Anka Abuame. You know, me said any comment be since I don't know the first time into when an ambassador made to.
Wow. Mr. Men, but you man akwa my and I say jedua.
Welcome, brother. You know, I had senior work and I had this farming aspects. You know, we have a lot of people Mubaha, and you know, you're on the right path. I think that we'll go back to SOS channel. That's why a treaty poultry ni bi earlier. Your brother bi you know, a very good right now Israel crowd, but if you just you can watch those videos to start. Now later on, we have a couple of people. I bet I'll link you up with them now. You know, any specific questions or any how to go about your structure and all that. Our person they can help you out. Now, I successfully. You're welcome. Welcome.
Okay,
Okay, anyway, we shall for ye the best senior man, but you may break it, you know, just me this year, but it's all probably to imagine so yana in real life now. A general Sweden community, so probably to imagine so now you are going to know each other. By the way, me the contact na ye email na to o send me a afa ye betimi enya ona o pa de beka WhatsApp community nyina so so. Ebusuafo nyami share o mra mo asɛ no mo ansɛ mre na emom hopeful sɛ de mo tie be duro sabre no mo beteki na mo de action. By the way, information no one particular thing most important is said the moment you receive the information you have to take action. Information is like say who the bookshelves who the books or library but it's a who take action there, then it becomes like a computer and a processing the BCR videos be how to build system. But next week Friday topic never there men can't change my more money until step tuning in the say be yeah fry and PA will be home tight only a hot because before say December and we drone I was say it may build a whole system now a debe face 2026 ya me shira mu nyina na oma adepa enche na oma obi bia so dwumadi ye bia so nkoso. We can make it and we are making it already. See you. Bye-bye.